Alright. Hey YouTube, it's me Armando again. So in today's video, I'm gonna film today using the Grant's handheld steam cleaner from Harbor Freight that I bought last time. If you guys look at the video from before, I did a review on the unboxing it and talking about it. But in today's video, I will be cleaning the window frame. So you guys can see we have a bunch of dust, dirt, and grime build up on the window frame. You know, kind of show you guys how the steamer works, if it's worth it, how well it does. And I already went ahead and filled the steamer up with the distilled water, and I plugged it in, let it heat up. It took about 3 minutes for the steamer to heat up. It's ready to use. At first, when it turns on, the only light that turns on is the red one. When it's red, that means that it's heating up. And when the light turns green, the green light indicates that the steamer is ready to be used. So we're pretty much all set up, ready to do some steam cleaning. You know, I got some rags here. I'm going to be wiping the residue off after I blast it off with steam. And I'm going to be using some of the attachments and show you guys how they work and what they're like. So sit back, relax, and let's do some steam cleaning. So my brother's going to be filming me. I'll be starting out with this hose attachment. So basically connect the hose. Let's see, there we go. And last time I forgot to mention this little bent angle attachment. This attachment you use for like the window frames. Or let's show the people. So you want to like reach in there without having to like put the steamer where, you know, it doesn't really go in. That's what this is for, so that you can get a good blast of steam inside the angle going all across. So I'll be using this attachment with the steamer. So take our hose connection, attach it, and let's see. Whoa, that is some steam it's got right there. So at first, it's normal that the steamer blasts water. That's how it starts off. But pretty much the entire time you're using it, this thing shoots just pure dry steam, which is something I really like about it. So let's see. All right, let's see. Here we go. Get underneath the windows here as well. Any dead bugs that might be under there, or spider webs, you know, that's what this little angle attachment is for, like I said, to reach in those hard to reach places. Alright. See? Come on over, let's film this way, a little angle. Zoom it up quick. Alright, let's do inside over here where you guys can clearly see the dirt. So for something like this, let's try one of the brush attachments. So I'll remove this right here. Ooh, that's hot. So we got our little agitating brush for tile and grout, but it can also be for agitating and scrubbing if something's hard to come off. You know, just steam blasting it alone will not always work, but all right. Wow, look at that. Wow, that's all right. And then what you want to do after scrubbing and agitating with that steam, you want to go ahead and take a rag and wipe off everything that you cleaned. You know, so please have a rag with you to wipe off anything that you cleaned, all the dirt and the grime. So before I started filming this video, I already cleaned one window in another room, and look how the rag turned out. It's crazy. So let me wipe off all this. As you can see, the sides here are pretty clean. That wasn't as much. As far as, you know, under here, yep, pretty good down here. Sorry, I can't get a good view of the light because of the sun. I apologize if the video turns out too up close or blurry. Yeah, and then all this right here, let's wipe off all this dirt and gunk from the window frame and see what it looks like afterwards. Look at this, guys. That's a lot of dirt. Since we moved here in this apartment, ever since then, we have never had these windows cleaned ever. Not once. Yeah. Man, that's crazy how you know, kind of use your finger to get out all that sticky residue stuff that's in there. Sorry. All right, let's see. Yeah, look at that. This is what the window should look like. You know, we still got some dust and all that little bits of that came off from steaming. Yeah, man, look at that. Just more and more dirt. So this steamer, I'm pretty surprised how it works. I wasn't really expecting it to work like a good quality steamer, but this steamer does a great job, guys. Yep, this side's clean. This other side is dirty, but is not as dirty as this other side was, as you guys can see. All right, let's steam blast the other one. Here we go. God, that's some great steam. Yeah, look, it's just blasting all that dust and dirt off, all that grime. Look at that. Alright, now I'm gonna remove the little attachment and let's try it without any of those two nozzles and see how that works for us. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you guys could see, but you can see the steam just blasting down all that dirt and grime. Ooh. One thing about this steamer, guys, I tell you, is that the trigger really gets your thumb tired because the trigger is hard to keep pressed down on. So just keep that in mind if you do end up getting the steamer, you know. Wow. Whew. All right. Let's wipe all that dirt off again on this one and see the after results. Wow. OMG. So yeah, guys, for $40 for a steamer at Harbor Freight, it is worth it. As far as I've known, testing it out, it is a really good steamer. I wasn't expecting it to work like a higher quality steamer like a McCulloch or a Bissell hand steamer or something like that. But this thing does a pretty good job, and it just blasts pure dry steam, which is something I really like about it. Let's see. Oh, I almost forgot to blast the upside down of the window, so let me get that one for you guys real quick. Holding down this trigger is really a pain. Another wipe down. Guys, look at how my rag turned out. That's crazy. All right, and this window frame is officially clean as well. You know, these window frames are back to new, the way they should look out and turned out. Let's see. Looks like we're clean. Oh. Looks like we got this little sticky residue at top. This is actually perfect so that I can show you guys how the scraper attachment works on this. Let's see here. All right, ready? So that came off perfectly great, and then whatever was left, we used the brush attachment for agitation. And then wipe away. My God, look at that, guys. Look at that. That gunk and sticky residue is not there anymore. The scraper worked perfectly amazing. As you guys can saw, the steam was loosening that stuck gum looking residue or whatever it was. And then whatever was left stuck, I used the brush to agitate it and scrub it. When you've got steam running under things to clean, that is a whole completely different way of changing cleaning. But here's this sticky residue that came off, that was stuck under the window. This is what the steam blasted off, you know. And then so as far as the window frames, I wanted to show you guys how the squeegee attachment works on cleaning windows. So let me close the windows here. And then I'm gonna switch the attachment on the steamer top to the hammerhead attachment. And then we're gonna connect the squeegee attachment. So the last time I tried putting it on, the clip on top broke, so it's not really gonna be able to clip. but it will hold its place. So you guys, you know, just gonna have to hold on to it, but show you guys how this works. All right, yeah, it comes off because, like I said, the clip broke, but it's still good for use. All right, and then for the window, it's a good thing I have an extra microfiber towel. Wipe off all that residue that they may have blasted off with the steam. You guys can also use the steamer for window cleaning if you want to use glass cleaner or just water. Actually, later on I'll make a video about that. So yeah, glass feels a little warm, but it's because of the steamer, but it does the job for glass cleaning as well, as you guys saw. And let's do the second one. Let's see. Alright, sounds like our steamer's already running out of steam, but that's cool. Yeah. Let's wipe this off. All right, these windows here are clean. Open them up one more time just to see the after results and how everything turned out. Wipe all of this on the counter. And just with this second microfiber towel, let me just wipe down everything inside the window frame. Let's see. Let me see what it's like without any attachments. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. So the steamer had eventually run out of steam. As you guys can see, when it comes to small handheld steamers, you have to constantly fill them up with water because, you know, they have a little tank capacity. It's not a lot. But I would say the steamer should last you about 6 to 8 minutes, in my opinion, depending how much and how often you're blasting steam out of it. Yeah, so the last wipe down to the windows. let's look at the after results now. Yeah, look at that. Brand new window frames, all cleaned. Yep, so now I know most of y'all want to know now, is the Grant's handheld steam cleaner from Harbor Freight worth the price? Yes, I definitely give this a 10 out of 10 for all of you beginners who want to start doing steam cleaning. I definitely recommend you guys picking the steamer up if you're really interested in wanting to use it. Go to Harbor Freight, 40 bucks for a little, a little friendly handheld budget steamer is definitely worth the price. So yes, if you guys are interested, get it. And so I will be using this steamer later on in the future for some like upholstery cleaning on mattresses or couches. I will film a video about that, how I do upholstery cleaning with the steam cleaner. Basically, I would be using this hammerhead attachment with the little rag that it comes with, and I was going to demonstrate this cone shaped nozzle. This is the main attachment that almost everybody uses on the steamer for like blasting steam on a car interior if you're doing detail. I personally do auto detail sometimes too, so maybe I would be using this for that. But that wraps up today's video. If you guys liked it, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos, and we'll see you in the next one. You guys have a great day, and God bless you.